I had trouble last night. Remember you had trouble last week hearing John and talking?
Yeah.
I saw now with Brandon last night. I changed nothing. This thing has been sitting here since last week, and then I'm sitting here with Brandon. He couldn't hear me. I couldn't talk. Like nothing was working.
Welcome to another episode of Five Idiots Talking Toys. We are here. It's Sunday night. It's a collector's podcast. You can watch us on YouTube or listen on your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Google Podcasts is no more, but we're on a lot of different smaller apps as well, so maybe you'll find us on your favorite one. Thanks for joining us. You can visit everything you need to know about the show in the links below, but you can also support the show. If you like what we're doing, go to patreon.com/5idiotstalkingtoys. Become a member there, and there's all sorts of benefits, including episodes that are just for our Patreon supporters, as well as seeing all the collectibles that will go up for sale on Rogue 5 Toys before they're posted. So let's bring in the fellas now. Christopher's here. Okay, he's sleeping.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, there he is.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Brandon is here. He's your new partner in crime.
Is he really here?
Well, there's it's a hologram, I think.
Okay.
On the Tupac hologram.
Yeah. John is here. Lord Walden. And Charles is always last. That's so last year.
Charles is always last.
It's so last year.
Because he's playing with his newly acquired thing he got in the mail.
I'm just like force feeding myself. I'm just eating just to piss this guy off. Not even hungry at all. Not hungry at all.
It's his third dinner tonight.
Force feeding myself.
You're not going to fit in your medium shirts if you keep eating, man.
I know.
I'll win in the end. This guy doesn't want us to eat. I'll eat every episode.
He's got so much food in his throat. Yeah. His voice is all gravelly.
Here you are eating, and I'm dying for my plate of food for my wife. I'm going to see when she delivers it.
What's for dinner tonight, Brandon?
So sad. She has to text Brandon.
I know.
I'm making chicken tonight.
My wife texts me from upstairs when I'm downstairs. Like, do your wives do that?
Oh yeah,
all
the time.
Mine just yells.
My wife will come in the room and like not have a conversation, and then go upstairs and start a conversation. And I'm like,
yeah,
you were just here. Like, I'm not looking to have like a 3 times longer conversation through text.
It's a little bit of both. Some texting, some yelling.
You're in the garage though, so it's hard to yell in there.
Yeah.
No, well, I get texts because she doesn't want to come out here and bother me. So
is that thing heated?
It's San Diego.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees.
It's
like heated and
he needs it cooled off, not heated.
Well, both.
Every day of the year.
Air conditioning or?
But so do you have air conditioning in there or no?
Yeah.
I don't need it. And then so it's 70.
It's like a cave in there.
Yeah.
It's got to be hot in there in the summertime.
No, I have extra insulation.
So it's holding the heat in.
It's holding in the ambient temperature.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Charles.
Well, listen,
it's literally it gets down to 40 something at night and then 70 something during the day.
It gets really chilly at night in like the southern bottom half of California, like in Santa Barbara where my uncle was living. It's like 50 degrees at night, like in the beginning of the summer.
To live here because of the weather. That's why so many people want to live here.
I was wearing shorts and it was May and it was like nice and warm out, and we go out to dinner and I'm freezing after dinner. It's like 46 degrees. It's crazy.
So no, it keeps my garage is at almost the same temperature day or night.
Yeah,
any time of the year.
Whenever I sell something on like eBay, I'm so happy. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, I sold it. Like so happy. And then I'm like, California.
Always.
Yeah.
They go shipping.
There you go.
California kills me on all the items that I ship.
But isn't it location based? Like they pay what they need to pay, don't they?
Oh, well, you know what kills
No,
me?
I do a flat.
I
rate
don't
of
know, man.
$5.
I ship stuff to Oregon or Washington State from here, and we're on the same coast, and it's very expensive.
So same thing. If I ship to Oregon, also in Washington, it's the same.
Oregon
thing.
is expensive.
Oregon,
Just
I don't know what it is.
ground.
It costs me a lot of money to send up
Just
there.
choose ground shipping, put the weight in, and they pay a couple dollars more if they're in the West Coast.
But that's not how we sell on Rogue 5. We put
Oh,
$5. It's
Oh, I thought I'm talking about eBay though. Is what I meant.
Oh,
like
no,
for Charles.
I'm
I'm talking
like
about for
on
Charles.
Rogue.
Like things like normally sell for like $40 shipped. So I sell it for $40 shipped.
Oh, you like include free shipping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Stop doing that.
Yeah, you're selling minifigures.
It costs them 40 cents more.
It's still,
like
it's still a
shipping.
box.
I sell like sets sometimes, and it's like $17 in California, but it's like $9 anywhere else.
Oh, you got to stop doing free shipping. Like people know that
Yeah.
it comes out
You
to
got
the
to roll
same.
the dice. I roll the dice. I try
Hey.
not to get anyone from California.
You're a big spender. You're
I want to block
you're a
all.
gambler.
I mean, every time I ship out a mock, it's normally like, let's say, like in that $8 to $9.50 range.
Yeah.
It really just depends on where it is, and I just
Yeah.
charge $10 flat rate, whatever. If I lose 30 cents and make 30 cents, it just goes towards the cost of everything. California, it's always usually $12 and change, so I lose $2.
It's crazy.
Listen, you've got neighbors stealing your packing peanuts. You need that extra 30 cents.
I need that.
Hey, we need that extra money to keep the temperatures nice here.
Yeah.
That's true.
How many times have you seen those neighbors since they stole your packing peanuts?
Once.
Oh, only once. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I've tried to move from here several times.
I thought you were going to say you've tried to steal packing peanuts.
Not working. Well, I mean, if packing peanuts ended up on my door, I'd probably take them too.
Well, you have a use for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys both sell a lot. You both need packing peanuts, Brandon and Chris. And that's because you have the Rogue 5 rundown with Chris and Brandon. Hey, Rogue 5 rundown every Friday night, 6 p.m. Charles loves that.
I love it.
Charles loves it. Me and Brandon are laughing. John hates everybody.
He hates everybody.
Oh my God.
John has to edit it. That's why. Every like new show. So we didn't want to tell you, but Shane and I.
Yeah,
No, I'm
we're
serious.
gonna start doing all the trailers. Yeah.
Shane and I we're gonna do a trailer show on Thursday. Trailer Thursday.
Yeah.
Two of us. Triple T on Thursday.
Nice.
Shane and Charles doing trailers.
Let's do it.
It's
I
gonna be
hope
so easy because we could jump on morning, afternoon, whenever you're off.
Well, if you do it the way that Brandon and I do it, we don't edit. There's no editing, so we do it live. It's
Look
just
at John. I just made it up. I don't know how I made it up. I don't know how I made it up right now, but I just made it up.
I just started talking about trailers.
It sounded
actually
fantastic.
It actually sounds like a
worker
really
bee.
good idea, though, Shane,
Yeah.
if you want to do it.
It does sound good. I love trailers.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well,
Come on.
speaking of, let's get to it. Let's get a trailer going.
That's actually a great idea.
It actually is a really good idea.
Great
Well, you know,
idea.
we've said that for a while, and we just never get to enough of them because we're trying to keep the topics moving. You know.
I mean, I think Shane should be doing it every week and then have a rotating guest. Like I would jump on every other week. Charles can jump on. John can jump on. I think that would actually be really good for the show. I'm not even just saying that. It's really good.
I think it's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should stop doing Sundays and only do trailers and Road 5 rundown and wins and whiffs.
Get rid of the podcast.
Get rid of the main podcast.
You really are want to give John a heart attack.
John is-
No.
John's not even responding. Look,
No.
he's like this.
All right. Well, listen, we're all here for a trailer tonight. We're excited because this is the one. I mean, we used to have two shows, Mandalorian, but now Chris hates Mandalorian.
Hates
This
it.
is the one show we all love.
Stupid show.
I took my poster and I threw it in the trash after that.
I really am looking forward to this show. I'm hoping season 2 is good.
I
Yeah.
hope it
But
doesn't put me to
Andor,
sleep.
I was completely wrong. Like, I hated it. Like,
Yeah, so was I.
I saw a few episodes.
I agree with you.
It
did not
started
like it at all,
so
and, like,
slow.
John
I
loved
just could
it,
not make it through an episode. I just couldn't.
It
John
started
loved it.
so slow.
and I
I
forced
put it
myself
on
to
and I'd be
watch
like,
it.
No,
John was right.
I don't remember if it was John or Shane, but someone said if you're going to watch Andor, you can't watch it week by week. It's one of those shows that you need to kind of watch a few episodes at a time, and you can like kill it, like let's say within a week or 2 weeks, because it was way better watching it like one after one another.
Not only that,
oh my God, it was.
But don't watch it when you're tired.
Yes. Yeah, there was multiple episodes that Brandon and I both had to watch like 4 times because we fell asleep within like 10 minutes. Yeah. And for some reason it stuck in my brain that it was episode 4. I don't know if that's true or not, but the episode with the guy,
I haven't finished.
I think if you didn't want to fall asleep, you had to start the season
5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, 5. Like episode 4 or 5. It was the guy who's like in the offices, you know, and it's like this.
Oh, that's boring.
It was so boring, but like it added to the story. But when you have to wait a whole week after that episode, it's rough.
5 to the end was awesome.
When he was in the jail and all, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, here we go. Season 2 trailer of Andor. It just dropped from Star Wars, the Disney Plus trailer 2 days ago, less than 2 days ago, and we're going to watch it now.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win? Last night let the world turn around.
Oh.
All our hopes have come to be. The revolution starts now. What a swell party this is. Revolution starts now. Yeah, the revolution starts now. Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Woof. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Did you check your pants?
Well, I'm going to let other people comment first because I have some thoughts, but
I guess I'll just go first. It doesn't really look that good. And I think if you remove the jail like scenes from season 1, I probably would like season 1. The entire like jail scene like sold me season 1. So I'm hoping season 2 has something like that. Just watching that, I mean, I'm excited for it. Like I want to watch it, but is it like hyping me up to watch it? Not really, but that's just me.
So normally when a new Star Wars show comes out, I always tell everyone I'm pumped, I'm ready, and I go into it thinking it's going to be amazing. That didn't do anything for me. I'm actually watching it, and before Charles even said it, I was like, that's it? I'm like, now normally I like jail movies and jail shows, like that is known. Any movie or show that has jails, whatever, I always loved like that. But I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. Like my pants are not tight right now. I don't know.
No. I mean,
I didn't like the dancing scene. The dancing scene kind of threw me off.
I mean, you guys have hyped the show up so much that everyone's like, "Did you see the trailer? It's amazing." So I watched it, and I'm like,
"This is my first time watching it."
I was like, "Where's that? I need more. Like, show me more." Like
when I saw him at the end, and he was all done up with his hairstyle and the costume, I'm like, "Oh God!" I'm like, they're turning it into one of these stupid Star Wars shows. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. I'm still gonna watch it. Like the other shows, I don't even watch. This one I will still watch.
I mean,
but it didn't do much for me.
it has a lot of potential. I like that they brought back a lot of the characters from the movie.
Correct. Yes.
Director Krennic, I love that guy in the movie. I think he was awesome. So I think
he was awesome.
that, having him in there, I want to see more of him. I never liked any of the other characters from Andor anyway, besides Andor and the K2SO and the girl he runs around with. But I want to see more of the Imperial side, which I hope that they show. Because that's what did it for the movie for me was Director Krennic and Vader. Maybe they'll show some of Darth Vader or whatever in there. I think they need to add him in there to kind of, get the show where it needs to be.
We need some positivity, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, John's bursting over here.
I'm looking forward to it. Who is tap dancing on their microphone? Do you not hear that?
I do.
Look at this, Chris.
No, it's not me. It's not me. Not me.
Oh, but you're moving down there.
We'll find out.
What?
No,
What are we showing hands right now?
it's Chris.
What's me? How's that me?
I muted your mic and it stopped.
But I'm not doing anything.
I don't know. It's not me. I was
You mean
wondering.
it's like shaking? Like,
Yeah. You guys have another earthquake in New York?
No, I don't think so.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
So this is why I wanted you guys to comment first, in case there was anybody excited for it. I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer, but I was like, that's it? Like, this is not a good trailer.
I just thought it was funny because Charles was like, we need positivity, so we go to John Walden. He's been the most miserable person on the show the last 4 weeks.
yeah, but he loves the Andor series, though.
Well,
Where did you go?
I am excited about the fact that we're getting to Rogue One territory here. Because the first season was really a whole new story. It was the prequel story, the story that you never knew leading up to what you saw. But now you're going to really get into the situation that you saw in the beginning of the movie where Cassian is, with the rebels. He's got K2SO, Mon Mothma is there. So you're going to see some of that interaction. And it's leading right up to the story of the movie. So that I'm very excited for. Saw Gerrera I'm very excited for because I felt like we didn't get to see enough of his story because you talked about Jyn Erso talked about how she was with him when she was younger and how he was kind of the most far out there rebel out of everybody. And so I want to know more about him and his goons. What they did.
Who was the guy that Andor broke out with, like the other main guy, but like he didn't jump out because he couldn't swim or something like that, or?
Well, wasn't that's the famous actor, the green screen actor.
Yeah,
What's his name?
I don't know his name, but like
He's the guy that played
Golem.
Yeah.
Golem, and he was in one of the Marvel movies.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
and he played from the new movie.
I mean, I'm really hoping that they follow up on that and maybe show where he went and what happened because I don't think we saw an ending to him.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if we're going to see, Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus, the two from Rogue One. I mean, whoever just said that they didn't really care about the other characters from the movie. I mean, I really liked them. I thought they were great.
You're saying all these names. I don't know any of these.
So
names.
No, I like
Erso,
them.
so.
I meant from the first series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First series. Like, I hope they bring back the characters that were in the movie. I don't need to see all these other characters, but I think people were making more of a big deal about the song. They were like, "Oh my god, the song's amazing."
What song is that? Who is that? It kind of sounds like Tom Petty. Is that who it is?
Steve Earle.
Okay, because I was like, Tom Petty passed away, so it can't be a new song.
Yeah, people were all about the song. So, and nobody mentioned anything about the trailer, which is kind of funny.
Tom Petty's dead.
Yeah, overdose.
Didn't even
know. But I am very excited to lead up to this because it's really one of my favorite movies of all time, and I love it very much for the fact that it leads right up to A New Hope. So I kind of have a similar feeling about this. Like, okay, so we've gone one level back from A New Hope, and that story was awesome. Now I want to go one level back from that before Jyn Erso's even involved. Yeah. And let me see how these people really started the rebellion before they went to war, basically, in Rogue One. So I'm excited for that. The trailer just... You know what it felt like? It was a full 2-something minutes, which is the right length for a trailer. But to me, it felt like a teaser. Like, this is what you see 6 months before the show comes out.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I need more. Didn't show me nothing.
I'm thinking if this is going to be one of those shows where I might wait a couple of weeks for it to be out, and like let's say episode 3, and then I'll watch the first 3 episodes like in the same night. And see if it's better watching it all in one shot. I don't know if this is going to be a week-by-week show for me. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that there's been such a drought for good Star Wars stuff that I might watch it the day it comes out.
Well, I just Googled because I think I read this the other day, and just to fill you guys in.
Oh, first
they're releasing 3 episodes the first day.
Love that. Okay. Love that.
John, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Sorry, Brandon, cut you off. I'm saying, I mean, you got to just fight through Brandon.
Sure.
I don't even know why I'm here.
That was fantastic.
Remember the early days? Like, the least speaker was Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Barely said a word.
Yeah.
Logged in, logged off.
Now it's definitely John by far. The least.
Well, Brandon's got his own show now. He's a superstar.
What's the show?
What is it called?
Oh, God.
Rogue 5 Rundown with Chris and Brandon, Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
You know, it's funny. Even when me and Brandon do our show, I have to like kind of fight my way through just to get words in because he doesn't shut up. God.
Well, maybe if you're, I want to have John edit that, but maybe if your microphone worked, maybe you could be able to talk.
We can't afford microphones on this show. Sorry.
Half the time, Chris can't even talk because his microphone doesn't even work.
I'm on Screen Rant right now, and this is saying something a little different than what I read the other day. I thought I read that it was going to be 3 episodes and then weekly, and this is saying it's 12 total episodes, and they're releasing 3 episodes per week.
That's not good.
For 4 weeks.
That's not good.
Really? That's unheard of.
That's not good.
Well, I think the reason.
So like Stranger Things. Like Stranger Things, they put out 1 episode every week because everyone is tuning in for 1, 2, 3. If they're putting in 3 a week, they know that it's not that good.
We cannot compare Andor to Stranger Things.
No, I know. I'm just
Stranger Things is an amazing show.
No,
Andor is like gum on the bottom of a shoe compared to Stranger Things.
Charles never even logs in for an episode, and here he is talking all over John. We don't even know Charles is actually a guest star on this on this podcast this week.
I watched
Charles Chitwood is here.
Yes, I watched the last Wins and Whiffs. I understand. I am the guest speaker now.
Yeah.
Right.
And Charles Chitwood. Yeah, I watched it.
Right.
I mean, I have to agree with Charles. That's kind of a weird release schedule to do 3 each week. That's usually a sign that they know you can't watch it one by one, that it's a show that needs to be watched like in full.
Yeah.
Well, John, what did you read? Okay.
Same thing everybody else is talking about.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this whole article is about, is they're confirming the release schedule. And, right here in the first paragraph, it's unprecedented schedule for a live-action Star Wars show. First 3 episodes on the same day, and then released. Oh, see, then it says released 1 episode a week. That is what or that's what season 1 did. Okay, that's what season 1 did, and they're saying for season 2 here, Disney's confirmed that the 12 episodes will be released in 4 chapters.
I mean, I honestly think they realized it because I just said the same thing. When you watched it week by week, it was slow, and then when you watched it all in one shot, it was very good. So I'm sure a lot of people have probably said the same thing.
Well, you could look at it this way too. If they're going to release 3 episodes a week, let's say each episode is about 50 minutes, right? 45, 50. They're releasing them. They're releasing it like it's a movie, basically, like 4 movies. I mean, you could sit down and watch, 2+ hours of Andor each week, like watch a new movie every week. That's kind of cool.
I am glad they are releasing it like that. I think a show like this, if it's on par with the first one, kind of needs to be released like this. Like at least those first 5 episodes. So,
here's another little tidbit. Every 3 episode arc in season 2 takes place in one of the 4 remaining years leading up to the events of A New Hope. So that also has to do with why they're releasing it that way. They're going to do a 3 episode arc that takes place within a year of each other and then jump to the next year. So each week will explore a year in the life of Cassian Andor. So, all right, I'm on board for that. I mean, it definitely feels like it has a good chance to pull you in more than waiting a whole week for the next 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of surprised that they usually want to stretch it out,
Stretch it out for what?
To just get people tuning in for 12 weeks or 10 weeks, 9 weeks.
I mean, it's still the same amount of views each episode that they're going to get regardless.
Yeah.
I guess you're just stretching out the suspense.
Well, you know how Netflix for, a decade has released their shows in full mostly.
Yeah.
Well, when Disney Plus launched, there was a lot of articles and storylines about how they're going to go back to and there was calls to The Sopranos when I was reading these articles, like, when Sopranos came out with 1 episode every Sunday night, it was the water cooler talk like all week long. Obviously these Star Wars shows are not necessarily for everybody, but
I get you.
But it's like, we're going to go back to releasing them spread out to kind of get some momentum behind the show.
I mean,
so it's like very hard for you to watch 3 episodes in 1 week, like all back to back to back.
Not if the show's really good.
Well,
the show is good.
The show's really good.
Episode every other day.
What have we gotten recently though? What have we gotten recently?
Garbage.
Nothing good.
Very hard to watch.
I don't even watch any of that garbage. Acolyte.
Never seen 1 minute of it.
Me neither. Ahsoka. Never watched Ahsoka. Could care less about Ahsoka.
There's that other show.
The kids.
Yeah.
We watched 2 episodes of that.
I watched
that one off for 30 seconds, and then I don't know.
It's a kid's show. I mean, it's the kind of show you'd sit down and only watch if you're watching with your kids. Is how I would describe it. But you guys will all disagree with me. But I wish they would make a season 2 of Obi-Wan. I really liked Obi-Wan. I would love to see that story continue.
I actually agree with you that they should make a season 2. I didn't like season 1, but I still want them to make a season 2 because I still have. Who doesn't like seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi and like Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor? I loved seeing them.
And you got Ewan McGregor. I mean,
that's another one I think you need to watch all at the same time too.
Yeah.
Only the girl threw me off. That's it. The little girl threw me off. Other than that,
I don't know what the story would be, but it ends when Luke and Leia are 10 years old. So I mean, if they jumped ahead 2 or 3 years.
I mean, they still say that they want to make season 2. I mean, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, they keep coming out and saying it. I want it.
They really need to age Ewan McGregor because that story just doesn't look right to me.
He's got 9 years to go from Ewan McGregor to Alec Guinness.
What about Book of Boba season 2? You guys want to see that?
I do.
Is it-
only
Did
because
they announce it?
No.
No.
And Tamora Morrison is like, basically of recent, he's kind of like, I've kind of given up. I've been asking them for months now to do it, and they're not even getting back to me. That's kind of like his feedback.
Really?
But say what you want about Boba and some of the storyline. I mean, there is definitely enough there to make a better second season, because
Oh, of course.
I want to see Cad Bane survive and like be a bigger
Oh, yeah.
part. I mean, I'm dying to see that.
Shane,
Yep.
they have so much room to work on that, but they just did a horrible job on it, in my opinion. But they can make season 2 so much better. And again, I would watch that. That I'll watch.
And I've told you guys before, my son, he hasn't watched it in a
Yeah.
while now, but he loves that show. He watches it over and over and over again.
And my son loved it too. And that's what it was. It was good for kids, even though it was steered for. I don't know. Book of Boba is not a show that was made for us,
Well, that's another one. If you remember,
but the
Yeah, I
kids
don't
like.
know.
the like first or second episode was when he was with the Tusken Raiders. The very first watch through of that was rough. That is an episode where you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
He's a bounty hunter. He's living in the desert. He's tied to a stick. And now, once you finish the whole series, if you go back and watch that episode, it's fantastic. Like
Well-
it's really like a part of his life that they decided to cover, and it formed some of his personality or whatever. But at first, it was like, what kind of show is this?
It ends. It basically ends with him riding a Rancor.
Yes.
I mean, so I don't know. They had so much hope for that show, and they kind of killed it for me. But I would love to see a season 2. I would watch that.
There is. Some
I
cool
want them
stuff.
to redo the show.
Reboot it.
I mean,
They got Machete in there.
Tamora Morrison has came out many times and said that was not the direction he wanted it to go. It was what they wanted. He said we should do this, and they were like, no. So I mean,
I feel like there must be some good people behind some parts of the show, because the characters, there were some good characters. You got, like Machete made a little appearance. Machete, but like Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee.
yes, yeah.
I mean,
He's good.
is that not the coolest looking Wookiee you've ever seen in your life?
Good.
He's basically a gladiator. And they did enough with him, but just cool characters like that. There was some cool, designs and stuff that came through.
Like the mopeds and the motorcycle gang. Yeah, really. Cool.
Cad Bane was awesome.
Cad
Cad
Bane
Bane-
was amazing.
Yeah, Cad Bane was cool. It was
The
cool.
sheriff was awesome.
Cobb Vanth was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really hope that if they do, that they need to start coming out with some better stuff, because they're not only are they losing me, but they pretty much lost me.
I just don't know where they're going, and I don't think anybody does, because I think the truth is probably that they've lost a ton of money on Disney Plus, and I don't know what that means. I don't know how that translates. They're not hard up, don't get me wrong, but they're pivoting back to movies now, it seems like, besides Andor season 2. I just don't know if they're going to shy away from doing more Disney Plus series or not. I just don't know, because they don't publish that financial stuff, but the word is that they've lost a ton of money by putting this stuff out on Disney Plus.
I'm also just wondering if, like, you go 30 years and you don't have a Star Wars movie, then all of a sudden in the span of 5 years you get 9 TV shows and 2 movies. Maybe it was just too much. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe it was too much content in a short period of time. I have no idea.
I feel like they had something going with the movies, because everybody kind of forgets this, but Rogue One came
Amazing.
out,
Amazing.
and then the sequel came out. So you had like 4 Christmases in a row with a new Star Wars movie, and there was a lot of hype around it. There was nothing else going on, really. Mandalorian was in there somewhere towards the end, but there was a lot of hype around Christmas time. Like, my family, we had a joke, like we would go to the city to see the tree one weekend. It was my daughter's birthday another weekend. And then there was a Star Wars weekend where there was a movie coming out 4 years in a row. And then it was Christmas. So like every weekend was taken up in December. And it was a fun thing. But you're right. They peppered us with shows after the movies were done.
There hasn't been anything that great.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just like look at your like normal life and just like look around at who you're friends with and who you see like daily. How many people do you know that want to watch these Star Wars shows? Like, I could probably maybe find one or two people. Other than that, no one cares. It's just not their interest.
I was surprised. I have close friends who were all writing me because they know that I do this show and that I like Star Wars. And I there was people writing me about Andor when it first came out. They were like, "This is the greatest show I've seen all year." And I'm like, I had no idea they even would care about Star Wars. So I have that perception, but I do agree with you. There's a lot of people that don't care.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch The Gorge.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Watch it on Apollo, The Gorge.
The Gorge.
So good. So good.
You know what I'm really mad about is 1923 is not on there yet. It came out on Sunday.
What's
That's the prequel to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And the new season just came out, and we just finished watching the first season. I'm like dying to watch it. All right. Well, that's I think I'm gonna do it for this episode. Andor season 2. It's coming out April 22nd. I want to say.
Can we actually say leave us a comment in the comment section? Let us know. Are you looking forward to watching the show? Positive, negative. We just want to hear something. You can even just type, "I'm alive. I'm here." Something.
I was here. Yeah.
Anything.
So April 22nd is a Tuesday. So theoretically, they're dropping 3 episodes on the 22nd, the 29th, May 6th, and May 13th. So, like across Star Wars Day.
They should have did it on a Wednesday night so we don't have to record and we can just watch the show. Right?
So before we end, I wanted to throw out a shout out to Adam Gothard. He is our #1 commenter. He's commenting on new videos, and he's going back years, like when we first started, and he's commenting back then. So
thank you,
I'm going to
Adam.
throw out a thank you for taking your time out and actually commenting on videos, because most people, we have a lot of people watching the videos,
which is weird.
No one writes anything.
No one comments, but we get views, but no one comments.
Thank you to Adam. I'm responding back to you for all of them. So
yeah, he's a super fan. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Check out the Andor trailer online if you want to take another look at that. And are you excited for season 2? Chime in below. Let us know what you think. We'll be happy to chat with you there. And we'll see you next time on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.